Oh, you in your
Hey, this
location?
is George.
Hey, this is Fred.
This is Real Talk with George and Fraser. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Welcome to 2021. I am moving around here with, I'm actually on my cell phone. Fraser's on the dashboard. I had to drop my son off to practice, and I got to go pick him up shortly. So I'm running. That's why I'm not in the office, but I'm excited to be here for a whole new season of podcasts. Today we have a great show. We have Mr. Cozy Mobetta. He will be with us on the show to talk. If you remember, that was the artist where we had the issues with the internet connection, so he wasn't able to make our Christmas show. If you had time, check out that show. I'm sure Fraser had time to edit it on Facebook. But that being said, um, yeah, man, let's go. Let's get
Yeah,
it.
man.
You
Here
know, we
it
have
is.
a yeah, man, we have a lot to talk about. Just besides music artists, new things. It's 2021. The vaccine is out, so we're happy about that. We just don't know when we, the people, will be able to get it. But my wife is scheduled to get it, in the next couple of weeks because she's an essential
Okay.
worker, which is good. You know, um, there's this whole election that's happening in Georgia,
I
that we're pretty excited about. There's been a lot of ups and downs that's going along with that. But like I told you guys in November, I don't care who you vote for, just get out and vote because the issue is that there's a lot of people that died for our right to vote, and we shouldn't take that lightly, any form or any fashion. You know,
exactly.
that's the one thing that makes you equal to a billionaire. Even a billionaire only gets one vote. Okay,
Exactly.
so that's the only thing that makes you equal to anybody in this country is your right to vote. So definitely, please appreciate that. But Frage, man, how you been? I see you.
Yeah.
I see you. Yeah, man, your hair is growing, brother. I was getting ready to say it.
Oh, it will disappear this week. You'll disappear tomorrow.
No, it's all good. It's all good, man. Let it grow, man. We're up here, man. We've been locked down. We've been semi-locked down. We've been, what's the word? The governor just opened up indoor sports, so the kids are out there practicing and training, which is a good thing. Feel blessed about that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what about January? There's a new president coming. He's going to lock down all over again. So, so you got to enjoy this. Oh, man, we kicked off. Well, little technical problems. He back shortly. So, like I said before, they said the vaccine was out, everything going good. But, let's see here. Oh, he's back in. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. There
Do
we go.
apologize, man. I hit a daggone wrong button, and yeah, it just popped me right out. But that's the whole thing, learning this thing on our phone. But that being said, we're just wondering if Cozy has made it to the show. Has fixed his microphone and everything.
Yeah,
We
well, check it right
definitely.
now. I think double check his mic. I think I'm Paul connected, like your cell phone too. He told me
Yeah.
to turn the computer now, so we see how that work out.
All right. Well, how you been, Frage? How's everything been going in Florida?
Man, we doing good. It been doing good, man. Down here been good. Bad about my Dolphin though, man. They had to load that game, man. Oh man, I had something to be excited for 2 minutes.
Too funny.
2 minutes, man. I'm like, wait, no comeback. I was hoping for that. You see the whole game. Wait, it could be a comeback. It could be a comeback. It could be just like Las Vegas Raiders. It could be a comeback. It could be a comeback. I'm like, oh, ain't no comeback.
Yeah.
Oh man, but oh man, she down here, but no vaccine down here yet. They're working on the essential workers here, but it working their way down. You know, Upper Florida, they're working
No,
way
I
down.
mean that was the strategy across the nation that they would send out, their thousands of doses from because I've been watching this in the news because this is critical to what we do, Fraser, in real estate and being able to get back into the game. Um, the vaccine because, like I said, until a vaccine is available that we, the people, can take, it's going to freeze the economy. I mean, right now we have, and my partner, who's a contractor and a developer like I am, we still have people on the job that's like, oh, I can't come to work because I'm afraid of getting COVID. But you hang drywall, you do floors, you know,
Exactly.
nobody's in your vicinity, unless you have a team member who's with you, and you
Exactly.
both know that you've tested negative. Plus, if you're wearing your mask, you should be concerned. But to simply walk off a job because you're afraid of getting COVID, and we've been in this thing now for 10 months, almost 10 months, if not more. It's how do I say that? It's disheartening because it's like, no, you really don't want to work. You're just using this as an excuse. So, all areas of industry need to, well, all areas of industry, should I say, will feel just a little bit better when, we definitely have a vaccine in place that we all normal people can take.
Exactly. But I mean,
I
what
I
about you?
heard.
Hmm?
Well, let me finish this phrase. I heard in Florida that the governor wasn't going to use the teachers as essential workers. So, in other words, you have the essential workers, and then after that, uh, 1B, the CDC is calling it, would be whoever the governor chose. And he decided not to choose teachers as the 1B because 1A were the essential workers.
Exactly. Well,
That's
yeah, I
that's
mean,
crazy.
that's crazy. But he been doing that a lot since he been governor. So I mean, it's not surprising with him. He like look at some of the things you supposed to get, we don't get because he don't feel it's right, or certain things that for example, the vaccine for everybody or stimulus. He voted against it, so he didn't want us to get nothing. He feel like we did enough, or it's enough have been done already. We still got people not working. Still got people trying to get unemployment, which he got
Hmm.
to prove that. They still got to prove that. So I mean, there's so much stuff going on, and he's like, if it's not affecting him, he's not gonna really make it a priority. Like you said,
Yeah, but the thing about that bothers me with all these politicians and governors and all these people in Republican states, the Affordable Care Act, you paid for that with your tax dollars.
exactly,
Okay. So for you to sit here and deny your citizens health care because you don't like the Affordable Care Act, or AKA Obamacare, all they're doing is just taking their health care dollars and giving it to another state, you know, and it's the
exactly,
same thing. This stimulus money that was supposed to be coming, it's coming from all of our tax revenue that we give to government. You see what I mean?
exactly,
Even though they say they're cutting it back to us in the form of a loan, they have to get money from the regular people in order to give money out in the form of everything that they're doing. So, the same thing with this vaccine. This vaccine is free for everybody because we paid for it with our tax dollars. That's
exactly,
why it's free. So for you to deny people that and say, oh, well, this, that, and a third, or I'm going to make it difficult for you for political reasons is wrong because people are still dying from this thing. And
exactly. And more like you say, cases still popping up, even though we quarantine locked down. By opening up a little bit, cases went up. Certain places
yes,
are higher than others.
yes,
Florida
absolutely.
report about 12, 1,300 more cases. With just over a holiday, that's a small number just over the holidays.
Right.
Imagine if we don't get a vaccine like he's timely, like he said, what could happen?
Well,
I
look,
mean,
I'm a witness. I'll tell everybody. I did everything right and I got COVID. I did everything right and I got COVID. So it's not you can be as careful as you want to be, doesn't mean that you're immune to it. And I can also tell you that um, as far as I've been reading and concerned, there's no cure for COVID, you know. So even if you get the vaccine, the only thing the vaccine will do will stop you from getting it, but it won't cure you. So if you get COVID and say, "Oh, I'm going to go get a shot," that doesn't work. You got to go through the whole process first of what COVID is going to do to you before you get a vaccine, not to get it again. That's the most important thing that you have to realize, why everything is so important. But that being said, I keep hearing Cozy
yeah,
popping
Moses
in
gonna
and
be
out.
right
Is
there
he
now.
here?
He in right now, so I'm adding him right now.
Adam in. How
Good
you
morning.
doing, brother?
How you going, brother?
Can we hear you? Did you get your mic together?
I don't think he got his mic yet.
Okay. It looks like his camera's off too. Yeah, his mic is mute. I see his mic is mute.
And you, okay.
Uh,
Take him back out. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Let's double check.
What are you guys doing down there as far as outdoor sports? I know you guys have a little bit more weather, but how's
Yeah.
football and basketball going?
Well, football just ended, so right now they're debating on flag football right now. So I'm like, because certain middle school we have middle school and also high school,
Hmm.
but high school ain't working.
My computer is don't have it doesn't have the microphone. Cause I'm looking at both of y'all right now.
Okay, so here we're gonna do. So we're gonna do an interview like this. So we do it over the phone, and then we gonna do it that way. That way you don't worry about struggling no more. We do it over the phone. Cool.
Like, cause I can I'm looking at both of y'all right now.
Oh, okay, no
Right
problem.
now, looking at
So what we do is we're gonna do it now. So I know you see us, so we see you. So we're gonna do an interview like this. So we're gonna talk to you like this. Can you hear us?
I can hear you very well.
All right, George. We're gonna do it like this. So we're gonna do it over the phone. So you're having a hard
All
time.
right. Yeah, no doubt.
No
Absolutely. So, welcome to the show. We're sorry about the technical difficulties. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your music.
Well, I've been loving music since the age of 10. Been into the professional lane. I said I've been in the police about 10 years now. I have music out here, that I have compilation with Climax. I'm on different labels. Working with a couple management companies. I have a band.
Hey, Frage, we got some feedback.
Okay. Hear better?
Yeah, we can hear it better. Just move the phone a little bit from the microphone.
Okay, there we go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cozy. We just wanted to make sure we got the best sound quality.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah. Hold on. Hold on.
Maybe I need to get my earplugs put on.
There you go.
Yeah, the music has been in my life since the age of 10. It might be me. Let me get my.
Okay.
Hey, Cozy, hold on a minute because we're getting some real feedback. Let's do this. Can you call in using your cell phone as opposed to computer? And then if we can use your mic on your phone, you should be better.
Okay.
Yeah, try calling back in with your phrase. Did you get it?
Yeah. We'll do I guess you need to yeah.
All right, that good?
Yeah, there we go.
That's good. Beautiful. So what style of music do you prefer to performing?
I'm R&B, a little bit of pop, soul. I just have a very unique style. People,
Nice.
Different genres and different people. I just said I'm unique. I have a sound that God gave me that I don't believe that can be duplicated. Thank God for that. I have my own style.
Okay.
People put me on R&B, soul, pop. I just say I'm unique.
Okay. It's nice. That's nice to hear. What do you consider yourself? Like, do you consider yourself alternative, like like Fugees, or do you consider yourself like Maxwell? That whole genre of R&B, funk type pop that we saw in the late '90s, early 2000s.
I feel like I'm that R&B neo soul type sound R&B singer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many songs do you have coming out, or do you have an album out?
I have an EP out, and I have several singles out. I was waiting on the album. I haven't did the album yet. Like I said, I have an EP, and I have a couple singles out. I got about 10 singles out, and I have one EP. And
Okay.
2 singles right now.
What's your most recent single?
Oh, my most recent single It's critters. I'm too real for you critters. I don't know if
What
you
was
see.
your?
Yeah,
You said Critters was the name of it. Critters.
critters. Yeah, I'm too real for you critters.
Oh wow. What was the inspiration for that?
You guys don't have the music?
Oh yeah,
No,
I can't play it
Fra-
now though.
Frage has it. I haven't heard it, so I'm just asking what the inspiration is.
Okay, okay. Okay, the inspiration, critters, okay, it's a signature song. It's basically telling the critters what I had accomplished. That what critters have told you what you couldn't have done, what you can't do. So it's not a hate song.
Right.
It's more or less letting people know these are the things that I have accomplished that you said I couldn't do.
Okay.
And to me, critters is like on the title of my album. It has 2020 supervision. And supervision, that means you got to come 100. You don't come 100, you're a critter. That's just real simple what it is. You got to be real. You got to come 100.
Okay. I can definitely respect that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Frage.
So let me ask a question. So you prefer to be an independent artist, or you prefer to be up under a label?
I've been underneath, major label. For me, I would like to. I'd rather be independent. But if I get with a label that's really can do what they said they're going to do, I don't mind being signed with a label. But for me at this point right now, it's better to be independent because I can control my own destiny. Not saying the label's a bad company, record label to be with. Some people have bad experience. So right now I'm good.
Right.
I'd rather get the endorsements and the sponsors. That's all I need.
Absolutely. So let me ask you just to touch on that question about the labels and independence, because now like books and everything like that, you can sell your music, almost independently, and without that cut from the label, so to speak, you can actually do better than if you had a record deal. Like for instance, if you're selling 10,000 units, and at a price point, let's say of $10, that's $100,000, you know, and we understood that most labels only pay their artists about 9 cents, for every album or every song that's sold. So as you can see the huge disparity there. There's a lot of money there that could be made if you're an independent artist. You know, how's your music tracking? Because a lot of times a label or a major independent label will come to you if you have 500,000 viewers, or 500,000 downloads listening to your music. They'll approach you. You see what I mean? Because you have the fan base and you have the social media uh, network in place that would support your music.
Well, I believe that I had the material that attracted the label. And I think a lot of times it's not even attracting of your music, the stuff that you're doing. A lot of times does the label have the backing that can do the things that they can say that you have.
Right.
For sure. It's not even about the numbers. It's really about what the people really feel about your music. If people want to buy your product and things like that, if you're being marketed and promoted right, your music can go where it's supposed to go.
Right.
The best music in the world, but if it hasn't been marketed and promoted right the way it's supposed to be, your music is just going to be music. You know what I mean? And for my case, that's the part that I came problems with. My stuff wasn't marketed in the way it was supposed to market because I have very, very qualified music that's top notch.
Right.
With musicians and things like that. So And like I said, it's not even always about the numbers. It's about who's pushing. Who's putting you right, who's spending money behind you.
Right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
But hey, that's why I said now, if you learn the business wise, you don't need that third wheel. Because the same thing that you gonna learn in the business, that's the same thing the record label want to do. Only thing they got a little bit of money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can learn to get that money if you follow the right strategies.
That's absolutely true. That's why you're starting to see a lot of artists and producers who lose their P&D deals or who lose major record contracts with major labels go independent. I didn't know this until I saw this, but even Babyface has a label called Soda Pop. You know what I mean? That he can just put whoever he wants out using his name, Babyface, and they get record sales because, like you said, they know the business inside and out, so they don't need that whole machine to do things for them that they know how to do themselves. So it's very, very, very interesting in this time. Where you can deliver content the way you want to deliver content, like you said, without being handcuffed or put into some type of mold that they want to make you into.
You gotta be, the thing is, like I said, you got labels that can really fix in the right place. If you sell your soul so many ways, I can't do the label to the back door, and what they did for me, they gave me enough business knowledge to go and be out there on my own, be independent.
Right.
You got the distribution, man, and you can do what you got to do with your music. You gotta have that distribution. You see, but most of us artists, we don't take care of that paperwork. When you don't take care of that paperwork, just nothing sitting on the shelf. So as long as you start learning the business, yeah, like you said, everybody gonna come for you. Really. So.
Well, the thing too, just to expound upon what you were saying concerning the paperwork, is the fact that we have the lack of knowledge, and we've always had that lack of knowledge when it comes to paperwork. Even if you go back and track the people that we looked up to, from rhythm and blues to gospel, you know, the everybody understood paperwork. That's why they didn't keep their masters, even if they paid for them. They gave up their masters and they gave up their rights. Even if you look at hip hop back in the late 70s and early 80s, it was the same game that they were playing, where the artists, who were actually producing and writing the music, didn't keep their royalties. Didn't keep their masters, didn't keep everything that they had in place. And in some places, they even signed away their royalties because they got a stipend from the record label, or they got, money from their budget, so to speak. And that's what they used. And they didn't realize that until they got with the lawyers and they got with people that understood and said, hey, this is one of the worst contracts that you could sign. Look at New Edition. If you compare New Edition just to what was those Backstreet Boys did, you see what I mean? It's night and day, night and day.
Exactly, that's true. Prince did the same thing too.
Like, at this point right now, I still feel like my music, it should be more to where it's at right now.
Right.
Even with the management company that I was dealing with, it's still so much that I got to do in order to be out there, because I don't depend on anybody to do anything for me, because can't nobody promote Mobetta better than I can.
That's right.
So that's where I'm at with this game right now. Always looking for people that can give me the great upper hand and the knowledge of this business. But I'm never looking for an upper hand.
That's right. I got to make a correction. I said Backstreet Boys. I meant New Kids on the Block. I apologize.
Oh.
I felt like felt like I could have went down that same road if I didn't pull out.
Right.
Because there was some things that I felt like that I was being judged on. You know what I mean? Under my eyes. You know what I mean? Manipulation type stuff. Like we ain't focusing on what we supposed to be focusing on. You want to throw something else in the game that ain't got nothing to do with what we supposed to be dealing with my career.
Right.
Exactly.
And if you don't get wise and realize when things are being done to you, you'll be saying what you're saying about me. Yeah, it went through. Of course, hey man, I because I felt like I was getting jobs in those days. Yeah. So I had to pull out.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, look at almost example too.
I'd have been right there. I'd have been sitting in front of the judge with these people. You know.
Right.
Exactly.
Because it was getting to that part where it was like, I feel like I was being manipulated, used. Somebody gets my money. Somebody's listening to my music, getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm going to work. You know, really.
Can definitely dig it.
Doing nothing. You know, but putting the picture up, saying what you want to do, and you ain't did nothing. For 2.5 years, you had me said, why you got me?
Right.
We ain't doing shows. If we ain't doing shows, and we ain't doing nothing, videos, nothing. Only thing you can get me some of my music on a distribution. Something happening. Why you holding on to me? If ain't nothing going on with me. You understand what I'm saying? Something happened. We're going to eliminate this contract, or we're going to talk to the lawyers. You need to let me go.
Exactly.
After 2.5 years, I'm hearing the same stuff, and all I'm saying is glitches. And the only thing you're doing for me is put my music in distribution. I can do that myself. You know what I mean? And with knowledge that you're teaching me, I thank God for that, because they were $1 million, things that I needed to know. There's a lot of people get paid for stuff that you don't know.
That's right.
Exactly.
For the simple thing. You know what I mean? And how did I know? I didn't do the action. I started dealing with the label. You know what I mean? So on that business side, if I didn't get anything else out of it, I got the business side from y'all. You know, because I was in meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings and meetings. It's like a sponge. Just collecting all the businesses that y'all was telling me. You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Nice. All right, Craig. Last question.
Okay, so you say that problem getting funding and stuff like that. Is the funding different? You think it's different toward independent artists versus a label? You by the fact that it's a bigger company, or the fact that you as a smaller guy compared to that person or that company who asking for the funding?
Say that one more time.
So you think it's harder to be an independent artist to attain funds versus a record label who actually have access to workers who actually campaign for it every day? They work at it every day versus you or individual do everything on your own.
That's what I was saying. Don't get me wrong about a label. If you get with a label that's really going to do what they say they're going to do financially, back to you, and thing of that nature. Yeah, it's always good to get with somebody that you don't have. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
It's harder to be an independent artist because you're doing everything out of your own, unless you're a drug dealer. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
unless you're out there doing something that's getting at you like me, working at 9 to 5 and working hard and grinding every day with that music, then it's a little harder, but it does work. You know what I'm saying? You just got to know how to market yourself. You know what I mean? Like I said.
Right.
And what you got to do is get yourself in distribution. You can make the money right there. Start putting shows on, things of that nature. So that's what the record label going to do. You know what I mean? The only thing they're going to do, they're going to try to find sponsors and endorsements and things of that nature. to collaborate to make more money with other artists that put on bigger shows. So that's all you got to learn how to do. You know, because it ain't the music; it's the business that you know how to learn.
Right. Absolutely.
That's so true.
Well, listen, Cozy, we want to thank you for being patient and working with the technology that we have. We definitely appreciate you being on the show. And we'll definitely love to have you again, you know, when everything is right so we can see you.
Yeah, we got to see you this time.
See, my computer here is my late, rest in peace, brother-in-law. He built this computer. My white brother built this computer. And this computer doesn't have a camera.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
It's
all right.
You know, it's just one of those computers like the windows ain't right.
All right. It's definitely all good. We definitely got you. Like I said, we definitely appreciate you making the effort.
On my phone is telling me I need to go into my settings. You know, it's like, come on now.
Oh man, but tell everybody where they can reach you at though. But tell everybody where you can reach you at. Tell everybody where they can reach you at on social media, how they can buy your records. So tell everybody.
I tell everybody, okay, if anybody want to purchase Cozy Mobetta music, aka Cozy Mo, because I used to be Cozy Mo before I changed my name to Cozy Mobetta. My music is on Amazon, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Music, practically all the digital outlets out there. That's all I can say. Google Cozy Mo or Cozy Mo, because music is under Cozy Mo out here and distribution, and you have music out here, Cozy Mobetta. That's all I can say. Just Google that name and my Facebook name, everything. You just Google that one name, it's gonna be yours.
Okay.
You know, music
Absolutely.
is different outlets, the videos and things of that nature. Thank God that outlet book that I am would be on my thing that nature. My music is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's on all the outlets, digital outlets, videos. But the hottest single right now is called Critics, and the EP is called Long Time Coming by Cozy Mobetta.
Nice.
5 singles on the EP, and the singles is out. Like I say, it's Critic. The next one is getting ready to drop. It's called We Got Potatoes Mad.
Okay.
That project right now.
All right. Beautiful. Well, thanks for being on the show.
We definitely have you back for a new release. Appreciate you, brother.
I thank you guys for having me, man. Like I said, I love you guys, George and Ferguson. Thank y'all, man. We got to do another live entertainment, but hopefully in a couple months, man, that I can get to come out there, man, that, you know, personally and do a live entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
Internet, man, this internet live entertainment ain't hit. Best friends, you know, this internet thing, see, it's crazy.
We gonna get you up to date though. Or we gonna get you up to date though. We gonna get you up to date.
No doubt.
Yeah, I love you guys, man, again. I thank y'all, man, for having me, man. And if anybody out there was listening, I thank y'all for tuning in. Cozy Mobetta love y'all. Again, if you want to get that music, all you got to do is Google the name Cozy Mobetta, which is CozyMobetta.
Nice.
CozyMoe. One word.
Nice.
All right.
All right.
Love y'all, man. Be safe.
Love you, brother. Peace.
No doubt. You too. Peace.
Peace.
Oh man.
You know, I love those interviews, Frage, where people get consistent, you know, with the technology. I remember we had that brother who was driving the music producer. He was out in California and he couldn't get the Wi-Fi, but he kept calling in.
Exactly.
You know, that just shows the love that they have and the persistency that they have to be able to, you know, because a lot of people would have left the show and said, oh, there's technical difficulties. Or if we had, you know, a show producer, they would have just cut them off and said, oh, we lost them due to technical difficulties. But for them to be able to constantly pour in and be able to get their message out, not only their message out, man, but to be able to support us in what we do, you know, it just shows the love and the dedication that they have. So I definitely appreciate him working through all his technical difficulties, man, to be able to be on the show and talk to us. We got a short show today, but tomorrow we got a banger. Frage, tell them who we have coming on tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Oh, tomorrow we'll have Boss Lady J come back on this time.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
yeah. So,
don't forget Thursday, we got Matt Financial Thursday, and we got Friday, we got another music confirming this week. I'll tell you exactly what it is.
all right, no doubt. But you guys just definitely make sure tomorrow we got Boss Lady. On Thursday, we got Matt. And we'll definitely keep you up to date on Friday.
Definitely.
Hey, this is George.
This is Frage.
And this was Real Talk with George and Frazier. Peace.
Peace.